Alright guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to be ranking Chelsea's loan army of the 2022-23 season via tier list. So let's get straight into it. First off, we've got Callum Hudson-Odoi, obviously went to Bayer Leverkusen, 22 years of age, and to be fair, I don't think he's done very well. I mean, looking at the stats, 20 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. I think that goal came in the Champions League. I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't really watched anything at all from Bayer Leverkusen or Hudson-Odoi this season, but purely looking at the stats, I think he's going to have to go into cash in at this point. He's 22, he's not 19 anymore, you know, we already rejected a lot of money from Bayern all those years ago. I think it's time to go, to be honest. I don't see it anymore with him. Moving on, we have got Malo Gusto from Lyon. Obviously, we signed him in, you know, our infamous January transfer window, you know, early on this year. And he's only 19, and he's already starting for Lyon. I think he recently picked up an injury, which is quite unfortunate. 18 games played this season for them, 0 goals, 1 assist. I think he's going to go in first team potential. And yes, I know he plays at the same position as Reece James, but I do see it with him. You know, I do see the potential. I think he can push Reece James and maybe even, you know, get in the first team every now and then. Next, Andre Santos obviously went on loan to Vasco da Gama, and Andre Santos is not on the tier list. Okay, I forgot to put Andre Santos on the tier list. Okay, one sec. Okay, so it turns out I forgot to put Andre Santos in the tier list. I don't know why. When I looked back on it, it said, you know, he was meant to be in it, but yeah. I would put him in first team potential though, obviously. 18 years of age at Vasco da Gama. 3 games, 0 goals, 0 assists since joining them on loan in January. However, he did very well for Brazil under 21s in the under 20 South American Cup, Copa America, I think it was, and you know, he scored 6 goals in 8 games for them, so you know, first team potential all the way. Anyways, next we got Malang Sarr. Malang Sarr joined Chelsea when he was, I think, about 22, 21 years old, back in, you know, the Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, ZS transfer window, and I had high expectations for him. You know, I think he was one of the best young players at the time in Ligue 1 for Nice, I think it was, and we signed him on a free, obviously. But at 24 now, 17 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. Obviously, he's a centre back. But at 24, I think I'm leaning towards decent backup or cash in. But I think I'm gonna go cash in because I think players like Levi Colwill now, who's also on this list, you know, are gonna start coming to the team, and you know, there's not gonna be space for him. So, anyways, next we've got Ethan Ampadu. Ampadu, I think, made his debut in professional football for Exeter at 15. Which is crazy to think about, but he's 22 now, plays for Spezia, and I think from what I've heard, he's done pretty average. I think he's given away a couple penalties, made a couple mistakes, but I think he's been solid at times as well. So 22 games, 0 goals, 1 assist. I put him in loan again, but just because he's 22, same age as Hudson-Odoi, but maybe I should put him in cash in, to be honest. I think I am, because he hasn't shown that he can. I don't think he's ever been loaned out to a Premier League club. I think sell him to some Italian team for like 10-15 million. I'd take that. Anyways, next we've got Tiemoué Bakayoko, and I'm sorry, who remembers this guy for Chelsea? He was one of the worst players. I think we signed him for 40 million. He's at AC Milan now. And I'm sorry, this guy, yeah, he's 28. He's 28 years of age. I swear he's like 34. Anyways, he's played like 2 games. Yeah, cash in. Like, yeah, it's time to go. Anyways, now we've got Baba Rahman. If you're wondering, by the way, I know they're not in order, but because I've written some notes down, so I'm just, you know, sort of finding the players in order. Baba Rahman, 28 years old, for Reading, 20 games. Yeah, cash in. You know, it's another player who's just not gonna make it into the team, especially with players like In Matson now coming up. So next we've got Brian Fier-Bema for Forest Green Rovers. I think now Brian Fier-Bema has actually been recalled after a bit of an unsuccessful loan spell. 14 games, 0 goals, 1 assist for the Rovers. 20 years of age, I remember when we signed him, I think it was Lampard's first signing after the transfer embargo. We signed him from like some Norwegian club, I think it was, and I was very hyped actually, and he's still young, so I put him for loan again. Obviously I think I'd still give him some time. Anyways, next up we have got Harvey Vale, who went on loan to Hull City. He's actually been recalled now as well. 19 years of age, he only played 3 games, didn't make an impact, but you know, I like Harvey Vale a lot. I think he's one of the best players in the academy, and he puts up really good numbers for them. I definitely put loan again. I'd give him another chance. Jaden Warham, I don't really know how to say his name. I'm just going to call him Jaden. Sorry about that. But yeah, he's been recalled as well. Actually, he went to Leyton Orient. He did a bit better than Fiabema and Vale. I think he scored 2 goals in 7 games. I think they both came in the same game in the FA Trophy. I'll put him in loan again. Why not? Dujon Sterling. He's been at the club for ages. You know, when you always do them Chelsea FIFA career modes, he's always there lingering around in the reserve team. But he's 23 years old now. He's not young anymore. 19 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. Cash in. If a championship club comes around calling, 5 million, I'd take it. Xavi Simons. Again, another player's gone to Hull on loan. He's 20 years old, 7 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. I think he's a midfielder. I remember him playing, I think it was against Chesterfield in the FA Cup last year. I think that was when Lewis Hall made his debut as well. So I'd go loan again, but I think Hull are trying to sign him permanently. So if they offer a right amount, I'd let him go. So Levi Cole, now this is probably one of the most hyped players we've had in a long time in our loan army. 20 years of age, 12 games, 0 goals, 0 assists, centre back obviously. I'm going to put him in first team potential. Now Koulibaly starting to find form again, but has been shaky for most of the season, so I think Cole can really give him a run for his money, and also Thiago Silva's not going to be around forever, so yeah, I think he has great potential. Anyways, next we've got Tino Angerin on loan at Huddersfield. This man, I was so hyped about him back in the 2019-2020 season. He made his debut around the same time as Armando Broja. I think it was in the same game actually against Everton. But yeah, his loan spell at Lokomotiv Moscow didn't work out last year. He's now at Huddersfield, and I think he's doing alright by the looks of things. I mean, 21 years old now, 9 games, 2 goals, 1 assist. Loan again, I'll give him one last chance. You know, I think this might be just Football Manager come into play, but I think once you turn 22 years old, I think you're a bit too old to just go out on loans all the time. I think we just have to get rid of him. Next up, Ian Matson. Again, same as Colwell, one of the most hyped players from this loan army and tier list. Left back, I think he can play midfield as well. I mean, he's such a good player by the looks of things. He's 21, 33 games played, 4 goals, 6 assists. I mean, again, first team potential. Chilwell and Cucurella have had their highs, they've had their lows. I think Ian Matson can come in next season and really push them to the edge. Yeah, one of them 3 is not going to make it out alive, and I think Ian Matson will. So that's why I'm putting him there. Anyways, next up we have got Jamie Cumming, who is at MK Dons. 23 years of age now, 44 games, 65 conceded, 12 clean sheets. It's average, isn't it? Yeah, cash in. He's same age as Dujon Sterling. I think now, yeah, he's been at the club for long enough. I think he should go do his own thing. Sam McLelland. Now, when I do Chelsea Football Manager saves, he's one of those players who just stays around until he's like 26 for some reason. Like, he's on a free contract or whatever. No clubs want him. He's just sort of that player who lingers about in the reserve team. And again, he's at Barrow in League 2, I think, and I think they're doing quite well. He's got 1 goal, 1 assist. He's played 21 games. He's 21 years old. He's been solid for them by the looks of things, but you know, I'd go cash in, but yeah, I can't base it off Football Manager purely. So you know, I'll go loan again because maybe he can step up to a Championship or a League 1 club at least and really show himself. Now, Lucas Bergstrom, I think his name is. I think I've forgotten to put him in the tier list as well. But he is on loan. He was on loan at Peterborough. He's been recalled now. 20 years of age. He had, I think, he conceded 35 goals, had 9 clean sheets in around 28 games, and he's actually 205 centimeters tall. And if you know us, you know that Kepa is not that tall, and Mendy is on poor form. So we need a tall goalie. But yeah, I haven't really seen much of him. I think Gabriel Slonina, who's also in this tier list, is probably a better option for the future. So yeah, I'd probably put him in loan again or cash in, because he's still only 20 years old. Anyways, next we've got Eddie Beach, who I think is this man right here. He went on loan to Chelmsford, 16 games, 24 conceded, 3 clean sheets in the Vanarama National League, 19 years of age, will go loan again because of his age. Again, he can make a step up to a bigger club in a bigger league. So next we've got Joe Hay, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but he went to Derby. I think he went to the Derby reserve team, so it doesn't really count. He hasn't made any professional appearances. He's 19 years old. I'd go loan again, but you know, time's obviously running out if you're 19 and not playing professionally. Teddy Sharman Lowe next up, and again another player I've forgotten. Well, not forgotten, but I think the tier is bugged out a bit. But he's another goalie, 19 years of age, nothing really special. I think he's in the Vanarama National League as well. I'd probably put him in loan again or cash in. Next we've got Henry Lawrence. I put 2 images of him here accidentally, but we'll just use this one. 21 years of age, 32 games, 1 goal, 2 assists. It's not bad numbers for MK Dons. I think he's a fullback playing in League One. I would be willing to put him in loan again, to be fair. I think, you know, I don't think he has first team potential or even backup potential, but I think maybe after a next loan spell we can cash in for more money. So next we've got Casadei, who's gone to Reading, played 10 games, 2 goals, 0 assists, 20 years of age. Obviously we signed him from Inter for I think 20 million, and I think he was putting up ridiculous numbers for their reserve team. So yeah, definitely I think first team potential, but not as much as the other 3. I think we haven't seen enough from him at, you know, a high level. So next we've got Bashir Humphreys. I think that's how you say it. He's got to Paderborn. Obviously he started against Man City in the FA Cup when we lost. I think it was 4-0, conceded 3 in the first half. Yeah, it wasn't great. It was actually his birthday yesterday, so happy late birthday for you. But yeah, he's played 6 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. I think he's a talented centre back. I think he's going to develop well at Paderborn. I'll put him at decent backup option when he gets back. You know, I think he can be in and around the squad, you know, just doing his thing. Maybe he'll go on another loan spell, who knows, but he's 20, so he's not that young. So we've got Slonina next, and Slonina, I think he broke a record for the youngest goalkeeper in MLS or something like that. He went on loan to Chicago Fire. He's now back because the MLS season ended. But yeah, he played 32 games, conceded 42, kept 12 clean sheets. He's 18 years old, so he's very young, and I've heard that he's putting up really good numbers as a goalie, obviously, in the Premier League 2, which is the Premier League for reserve teams. I think he's only conceded 1 goal in 4 games, so that's great. I'll definitely put him in first team potential. Obviously, we still have had goalie problems recently, so I wouldn't be close to the opportunity of him getting into the first team even next year. And last, and maybe least, we have got Romelu Lukaku, back on loan to his hometown, not hometown, but his home club, or whatever, Inter Milan, the club he loves, the club he wanted to go back to, the fans that he loves so much. 29 years old, 18 games, 5 goals, 1 assist. It's been a bit of an atrocity, hasn't it? Only 3 goals in the league. He's only getting older. You know, the animosity, the toxicity between him and the fan base will just be too much, I think, for him to come back, cash in. I still think we can make a good amount for Lukaku. Obviously not the 100 million we spent for him, but maybe a 50 mil or 40 mil or 30 mil, something like that, I'd take. So yeah, that's the end of the tier list. I hope you did enjoy it. Let me know if you disagree or agree. Let me know if I missed anyone out. Obviously, you know, it took me quite a while to do this and it bugged out, so that was a bit frustrating. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Let me know what you want to see. I think I'm going to start uploading a lot more now. Sorry if I started a bit, I had a couple voice cracks, so I'm not great at talking yet, you know. I'm still getting used to this thing, so yeah, like and subscribe if you want to. And yeah, go check out some of my other videos. I made a video on Mason Mount a month ago. I made a video on Mudryk, but that's about it. Yeah, see you.